I mean, both clubs are really hot off the face. You know that. I think distance-wise, I'd imagine they're going to be quite similar. Hi guys, this is Matt and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a head-to-head of two of the most forgiving irons of 2023. We've got the ever so reliable Ping G430 against the Callaway Paradym. Both are designed for forgiveness and speed and distance. Both 29 degrees, so they're both obviously very strong lofted, but there's tech in there to try and launch it higher and retain some good spin numbers. So keen to do a head-to-head today because these two have been super popular and I'll be really interested to hear your thoughts too. So first of all, in terms of that sort of playing position, there's quite differences, to be honest. So the G430 is longer in terms of that footprint, Paradym definitely smaller. Now, just to make you aware, you've got the Paradym and the Paradym X. So the X is 27.5 degrees, quite a bit stronger, but we're keen to do this comparison with them being the same loft as well. So yeah, certainly small sort of compact shape there with the Paradym. And in terms of the tech, Callaway in this head they've gone for a forged face. So Ping have always had the sort of cast heads and they've stuck with the cast head. So we're really comparing cast versus forged today. So let's hit a few shots. We'll talk a little bit about the tech, looking at some key numbers. I mean, you guys watching this, you're probably going to be looking at distance, speed, forgiveness, you know, all those things to make it a little bit easier. So let's kick off with the G430. So, you know, Ping have worked hard over the last few years trying to make this type of club a little bit more pleasing on the eye, and you can see it in the playing position now. That top line isn't quite as thick as what we've seen in previous generations. So I like the look of it. In terms of the tech, the big story has been around this Pure Flex badge. Okay, so we've got 7 flexing zones to basically make that sweet spot a bit bigger, easier to hit. Off-center hits should be pretty good too. Let's hit a few shots. We're going to go 5 shots with each club here, just to get a decent average. Yeah, you can feel that speed straight away. As soon as you hit it there, you know, 186 carry there, which is good going. But we got nearly 127 ball speed, so that's really quick. And it feels good, you know. They have worked hard on the acoustics to try and sort of dampen that sound a bit, so it's not too clicky. I think we found with the G425, it sounded a little clicky, where this is, you know, it does sound a bit nicer. Yeah, felt good again. Getting some great numbers there. You know, those of you that are looking for distance, and again, you're not going to be put off by the looks either. You know, this, you know, it looks nice on the eye. Another good hit. It does feel super forgiving. Something that would associate this G range, if you like. Okay, let's try one more. Yeah, another good hit. So 5 good hits there, and obviously we need to bear that in mind when we're hitting the Callaway, that I would say those 5 were really solid. Feels good. Yeah, no real complaints there. So now into this Paradym. My initial thoughts are, you know, Callaway state on their website that this is roughly for handicaps 6 to 12. Okay, so it's that sort of mid-handicap range, and you can see that in the design that it's a bit more compact. You've got the thick top edge to make it feel like it's a bit more forgiving, but for me there, when I line that up, it's almost like that ball feels quite big because of the sort of footprint there of the club head. So that's something you've got to bear in mind. I think it's going to give us distance, but you need to be fairly confident with your ball striking as well. lots of tech again. You know, it's got the forged face, which is obviously different to the cast with the Ping. They're talking a lot about these urethane microspheres as well to dampen the sound, to make it sort of feel a bit nicer and sound a bit nicer. But let's hit a few shots. Again, this is their first AI face as well. So, you know, Callaway really, you know, heavily invested in that AI technology. Yeah, it felt good. Fast. Yeah, I mean, big carry there, 191. So it's certainly doing what we want it to do from a speed point of view. Yeah, pretty good again, just turned it over. One thing you need to be mindful of with a set like this, because they are strong loss, you can get problems at the bottom end with the wedges there. So, you know, Ping have introduced their 45-degree wedge, if you like, because the pitching wedge is so strong. And then you're looking at, say, 50, 54, 58. So you need to be looking at that bottom end. Make sure you don't get caught out. You'll definitely need at least 3 wedges. That felt great. Interesting enough, because I think when we look at forged faces, you think it's going to be really soft, but it doesn't really feel that soft because of all the tech in it, you know, in terms of the speed. So I think you're not going to feel something that's really soft, but it does feel quite nice. I mean, both clubs are really hot off the face, you know. That, I think distance wise, I'd imagine they're going to be quite similar. Let's hit one more. Okay, so my feeling, I actually felt like they both felt quite good from a feeling point of view. They both felt similar distances. It'd be interesting to see the numbers to see if there is any difference. One thing I felt like I was lacking a bit there was the accuracy, because they're coming out so hot and so fiery. You're going to lose that accuracy. So if you're someone that is pretty straight but you just need that length, these two clubs feel like they're going to be very good for you, but you don't want to be sacrificing that accuracy as well. So let's take a closer look. So let's initially look at the dispersion. Okay, so we've got the Ping in the white, Callaway Paradym in the orange there. So on those, you know, it's all about how big that circle is, and we can see there the Paradym smaller circle. So that seems to be winning the race from that dispersion point of view. But I must say, again, I would say I struck those fairly decent, and usually I strike it fairly good. If you don't strike it off the middle every time, I would be a little worried, purely because of the length of the blade. If you're a bit off centre, the Ping blade length is longer, so bear that in mind. All important numbers. So working from sort of left to right, we've got the Ping at the bottom, Callaway at the top. Club speed, very similar, a little bit quicker with the Callaway, but not a lot in it. Ball speed 126.5 with the Ping, 127.6 with the Callaway, so a little bit hotter with the Callaway. I could argue it probably felt that a little bit as well. Smash exactly the same, 1.42, so that tells me that striking both of them pretty much exactly the same. Launch angle very similar. You know, as you'd probably expect, same loft obviously. Spin, yeah, fairly similar again really, 5.9 with the Ping, 5.762 with the Callaway, so a little bit higher with the Ping. Height, similar again, 101 to 103. Just getting a little bit more distance out of the Callaway. 184.2 to 186.7, so what's that, 2.5 yards. It may or may not be a factor for you. It is a little bit more. And then total 192.7, 195.6, so 3 yards in it. In terms of the side, plus or minus 35 feet with the Ping, plus or minus 26 feet with the Callaway. So based on, obviously, you know, that was only 5 shots, and that's only really a glimpse of kind of what you're looking at. But performance for me there, actually the Callaway was the best for me. But again, I would say, because I strike it reasonably good, that was good for me. Now, it is obviously down to you as the player. Think about what's best for you. Obviously, you know, I'd always recommend go for a fitting, but you know, certainly if I stand these side by side, that Ping head feels a bit more comfortable to hit. But today, Callaway won the race. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Post any comments down below. Let me know if these are some clubs that you're going to be trying. See you next time.